And thank you for staying with us. You are back here on Open. I want to let you know our next guest is an award-winning entrepreneur, author, and a business coach. He's also a recognized advocate for better business practices. And joining us now is Primus Business Management founder and CEO, Janneh Wright. And we thank you so much for being with us.
Thank
Good
you.
to have you.
Appreciate it.
Hey, great. And so I tell people all the time when we talk about small business, it's definitely the lifeblood of America, right?
Absolutely.
And so you've done a good job of capturing that heartbeat, not just capturing that heartbeat, but really helping small business owners to be able to turn the corner and navigate through even what we call right now a really tough time.
Yeah, absolutely. My company, we believe in community businesses, right? We believe that as a community grows, the business around it helps the community really becomes more impactful, right? There's a lot of statistics talking about, with a good business sector, the community becomes more civilly engaged, more economically engaged, and they're just more in tune with what's happening. So for us to go into communities and really help and work with small business owners to help them not just grow their business, but actually keep their business open, because that's one of our biggest issues, right? In any kind of situation you'll see, businesses close like 80% within the first 5 years.
Right.
That does not lead to change. That does not lead to a community district. That just leads to more doors opening, more doors closing, and no real consistency in how the businesses and how the communities are growing.
Why do we get that? I mean, we talk about 80%. 80% is a major number, and then businesses who have these great ideas, some of us their life dream, and they're shut down in just a few seconds. What are the mistakes that are happening there?
So it's all about resources, right? People realize that the major resources is funding, it's experience, it's knowledge, how to run a business. But there's one resource people don't really think about too often. It's time, right? Business owners spend so much time doing things that they're not good at, they're not consistent with, that it causes the business to fail. So that's where we created Primus. That's how we came into this industry of let's work with you, let's help you take care of your accounting, take care of your HR management, take care of your advertising and marketing, so that way you can really concentrate on why you started the business in the first place, right? A lawyer doesn't know anything about accounting, but they spend 60% of their time trying to understand accounting so they can do it themselves instead of paying someone to do it. So we come in as a way of really giving back that resource of time and experience and knowledge to help them really grow their business. So when you incorporate or when you work with a company like us, we are all master degree accountants, master degree HR managers. So you go from a solopreneur to now you have a team around you that's been doing this for 10, 15 years. So your business will show that impact of us being part of it.
And I know you do even further in terms of developing business. You got the Black Business Success Model book, and talk to us about the book.
So the book came from this really bad joke that I heard, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was a teenager saying, the way that a Caribbean store is that you got cursed out by the owner, right? And you start to realize that there's these myths about businesses, about minority businesses, that they're unprofessional, that they don't have the right business sense. So I created this book in the vein of, listen, I'm going to give you these resources of how to run your business, how to make society see you in a different light, and really how to incorporate the community into your business. So the book is all about that. It's all about leadership. It's all about delegating, how to delegate properly, all about how to really impact your community to grow your business itself.
And so people can get the book where? All over?
All over. It's on Google. It's on Lulu Publishing. You Google my name, you'll find the book everywhere.
Yeah. When you talk about the challenges that these business owners have today, what do you find to be the first and the primary challenge? Is it getting access to capital, or is it having the technical wherewithal to be able to go forward?
I think it's all, right? Capital is always going to be king. People need cash to run their business. But even before you get to that point, you have an idea, you want to grow it, it's what do you do with it? Some people jump right in and say, hey, I'm going to open a storefront, and you start wasting money. Instead of trying to really take your time, really develop the business, create that business plan, work through all of the kinks in it as you grow it slowly, and eventually, not everyone can just jump off and do a business by themselves. People need to have a 9-to-5. People need to do other things. And I think a lot of times we come to this conclusion that if you don't jump into be an entrepreneur, then you're failing. No. Like you start your business, you do what you have to do, you follow your game plan, and you get to where you want to get to. The funding will come, the staff, the notoriety you're looking for will come, but you have to have a game plan. You have to really know where you're going and really follow that plan all the way to the end.
And I want to bring up the word socially conscious entrepreneurship.
Yes.
What does that mean to you?
It means there's a direct impact of your business and what you do, what happens to your community. right? There's a direct impact of how a business owner can really influence the community. When I talk with this, I always talk to people about the old school barbershops, right? I had a barbershop in my neighborhood who cut my hair from probably when I was 7 till now, right? So that barber knows me. He knew me for that long, and I remember going to the barbershop and he gave me money to sweep up the floor and doing all these things. These are impacts, right? These are connecting with business owners in your community, connecting with everyone in the community. As I look back at that barbershop today, he's employed some of my friends who've grown up in the neighborhood. He has been so much part of that neighborhood that he is a staple. Businesses need to realize that that's what it means to be a business in a community, right? You are leadership. You are part of that fabric of the community. So to be socially impacted is understanding that your part to play in this community is very big. It's people looking up to you. You are leading the charge against anything. If something happens in the community, everyone flocks to you because you're that staple, you're that corner store, you're that business owner. So being able to have a socially impact business means how do you really, it's not just about dollars and cents, right? What are you doing beyond just creating money or just beyond collecting money from your neighborhood? How are you giving back to the neighborhood? How are you really being part of the fabric of the neighborhood to really change where you are?
And that's also a little dynamic too, because you have a lot of businesses that feel like they want to give back, but there's also the pressure of giving back and you're just getting started. And sometimes you just can't be able to do both right off the bat, right?
Correct, but right, if you think about it, there's a connection between it, right? The more you do, the more you're outside, the more you're talking to people in your neighborhood, the more they know you and know your business. So eventually, it falls back to you, right? You have a business, you're communicating, you're having events, you're doing all these things as a startup, but as people start seeing you, they'll start coming to your business. So it works both ways. So I understand the idea of you have to buckle down in your room and just keep working, but if you're not out there, like the statement is, if you're not talking about your business, nobody else is, right? So that's part of it. You have to do both parts to be successful.
So what you working on these days?
These days, I'm actually working on a nonprofit. We're going to do a business that's going to work with small businesses, work with the community in the same way, and give them a lot of the trainings and courses they need to actually be successful. And in our goal of being that community-involved organization, it's about helping them be more community-minded, and be more out there in their community to really develop the area around them and just keep expanding it as they can really impact the entire community that they're in.
Well, Janneh, good to have you here. Janneh Wright, founder and CEO of Primus Business Manager. Thank you so much for coming and being with us.
Appreciate it.
Hey, keep helping business.
Yes, that's right.
All right. Listen, now, if you want more information on Janneh and Primus Management, all you got to do is visit their website, and that's primusco.com, primusco.com, and you can email them at info, and you got the information at the bottom of the screen, or you can call 212-328-0138. Once again, the number 212-328-0138. Janneh, thanks again for coming and being with us.
That's it, I appreciate it.
All right, listen, taking a quick break. We got more open. Stay with us. Come right back right after this.